Have you ever wondered why some people just seem to be really magnetic in their business? They seem to attract sales and more money and more income and more success with a lot of ease. And it seems really like fun. And you're around them and you feel really lit up. And then there's other people in their business and it just seems like something's a little off here. And maybe you've even seen it in your own business. Well, today we're going to be talking about exactly that. We're talking about the fact that your energy is everything in your business and is your number one resource. We're going to be talking about the different kinds of energy that you can embody in your business to create those sales and income and success with more ease and more flow and more fun. Plus, how to embody this outrageously magnetic energy that magnetizes everything to you without all that frickin' hustle easily. Make sure to tune until the end to discover how. Now, I have learned working with clients over the last 20 years that it's our energy that absolutely determines our success, our abundance, our wealth, our income. Every single thing in our business comes back down to our energy. Your energy is your number one most important resource in your business. It is like the pilot light in your furnace. If you allow that pilot light to go out, it is freaking hard to get that furnace relit. But if you just make sure to protect that pilot light, it's easy to turn the heat up at any time. It's easy to turn it up. It's also like one of my favorite metaphors of a freight train. Entrepreneurship is like a freight train. When we are getting that train started to begin with, it's really hard to get it going. It's like chug, chug, chug. It's really freaking slow. And it can feel hard. It can feel like a hustle. It can feel like a burden. That's what it's like when your energy is depleted. That's what it's like when your energy is off. But once you get that freight train up to speed and it's going 55 miles an hour down the tracks, guess what happens? It's really easy to keep it going. It's really easy for it to go down the track and feel like it's on sliding down ice. That's what it's like when your energy is on point. That's what it's like when you feel abundant with your energy. This is why it's so important, your energy in your business, and you have to protect it more than anything. You have to guard your energy like everything else in your business depends on it. Because it does. It absolutely does. Without your energy, your business is nothing. Now, here's the thing. I'm talking about energy in two different ways here. Number one is what we might call our personal energy, right? This is our personal energy in terms of our mental energy, how much bandwidth we have for new ideas, how much bandwidth we have to respond to that next email that's coming in. Another one is our physical energy. How much actual physical energy do we have? Do we feel, energetic and alive every day? Do we feel like we have enough energy to attack the day and go after the things and feel really motivated and feel really inspired? Another thing is basically our time energy. Do we feel like we have enough time? Do we feel like we have enough time to get the things done? Or do we feel overburdened and squeezed and constricted in terms of that time energy? Now, the second way I'm talking about energy is basically your business energetics. Let's talk about this in terms of your vibration, how other people perceive you, what people feel when they're in your presence, what it feels like to listen to you, the tone of your voice, your attitude, your belief, your confidence, all of that ooey good stuff that ends up resulting in a business that either feels really easy or a business that feels really freaking hard. So these two different types of energy are both very, very, very important in your business and essential for business success. The first one is basically part of what ends up causing this dysregulated nervous system and this fight or flight response where business feels really overwhelming and business feels really stressful. When you have no physical energy because you're pooped and you're not taking care of yourself because you're pushing yourself all the time. When you have no mental energy because you're doing things outside of your zone of genius or you're trying to force a business idea that doesn't feel right for you because you're not following your own internal aligned perfect actions that are meant for you. because you are, in the hustle mode where you're operating from burnout and outside your neurobiological limits all of the time. Or you're operating from a place of time scarcity where you never feel like you have enough time, which causes stress, which causes you to go, and try to rush and try to do things and push through half-assed ideas or throw spaghetti at the wall out of anxiety. That's what happens with the one kind of energy when that's off point. The other type of energy is your vibration. It's when you act like a magnet. It's when you feel like the bonfire in your business. It's when you feel like the lighthouse that people are magnetically attracted to. That's when marketing becomes easy. That's when it becomes easy to put out offers. That's when it becomes easy to have your, aligned action steps and listen to your own inner wisdom and listen to your own inner channel and feel as though you know what it is you're doing and you have that epic self-trust and self-belief and confidence and all of that beautiful jimmy-jammy stuff that happens when your energy is on point, right? When your energy is on point, you are in that empowered CEO mindset. But when it's not on point, guess what happens? You repel opportunities. Other people are uncomfortable in your presence. They're uncomfortable watching your videos. They don't want to interact with your brand. They don't want to buy stuff from your company because they don't trust you, because your energy is off. And so this energy that you bring to the table from both ends of this spectrum is so essential to your success in your business. And your mindset actually impacts both kinds of these energies, right? Scarcity, for example, makes you think things like there's not enough time. There's not enough energy. There's not enough hours in the day. I don't have enough mental capacity for that. I don't know enough, yada, yada, yada. And so what happens is we constantly operate from the idea that I have to shrink my dreams, I have to shrink my desires, I have to shrink what I want so that I don't get overwhelmed, because the scarcity of time, the scarcity of physical energy, mental energy, all of these things makes me believe that I'm going to be overwhelmed, overburdened, overworked, and burn out if I go for what I really want, which is way more money and way more success. And I can't think of a way to do that without depleting myself. So guess what? Our subconscious mind is going to hold us back from having it because it sounds overwhelming. So until we find a simplified, streamlined solution to find our way there, to leverage our time, our physical and our mental energy, to live in our zone of genius, to not feel as though we have to try so freaking hard and instead we can succeed just by being ourselves, we will end up stuck in that scarcity mindset that ends up perpetuating where we've been for so long and we're so frustrated with. So instead of finding time to leverage yourself and your time, which is what I help my clients achieve in my business mentorship and in all of my programs, is finding ways so that you don't live from scarcity and instead you live from abundance, expanding your energy through motivating yourself through play, pleasure, delight in your business and in creating more income and in making more money, instead of the push, hustle, burnout, depleting, exhausting kind of energy, which ends up the wrong kind of energy, as we've been talking about. And you energize yourself with subconscious beliefs that motivate you to know that I can create things in less time when I'm in the right energy. I can connect with people more when I'm in the right energy. I can do all of these things that once seemed like they'd be overwhelming and too much if I am entering into it from the right energy. And yes, now both of them are connected, the types of energy that I'm talking about. That's when we get out of that scarcity mindset. And that's when we move into that true abundance mindset. You can say scarcity or lack are the same thing here. So this true abundance mindset is saying I can always find time. I can always find physical energy. I can always find mental energy. I do not have to become the bottleneck in my business. I do not have to become overburdened, overwhelmed, or burn out, or sacrifice, or suffer. I can create from play. I can feel motivated every day. I can be that freight train running down the tracks at 100 miles an hour instead of feeling like I have to restart every day. And it's such heavy lifting. Now, the other type of energy that we talk about is your vibration, how you feel about yourself. You know, how you feel about yourself, your confidence, your belief, feeling as though you can do it, feeling like everything is figure-outable, feeling like you can trust yourself, feeling like you can trust the messages that you get, your own inner wisdom, your own inner channel, feeling as though you can do things your way and you don't have to follow all of these shoulds. and letting go of all of that crap that tells you otherwise, this actually increases that vibrational magnetic energy that we've been talking about. But what's cool about that is that once you enter into this feeling of 100% self-belief and self-trust and confidence, what happens is that then you enter into this zone where the time and the physical and the mental energy come as a factor of it, because you begin to set boundaries, set standards, hold your value, not feel shaken and taken down by stuck emotions and disappointment and discouragement or fear of what other people might think, or all of the things that end up messing up the vibrational, like business energetics of like, I'm a badass, I'm the empowered CEO. Because when you feel like the empowered CEO, the time and the mental and physical energy end up coming along with it. So knowing everything is possible for you, knowing and embodying it on a being level, on a deep cellular level, and making success and failure, because risking failure is necessary for success, safe to your nervous system, so you can step into this empowered CEO mindset, is essential. And this is what I help my clients do in my business mentorship, and what I help my clients do in all of my programs. So you've got to take responsibility for and be in control of your energy. Because the truth is, your energy is an inside job. It's not an outside job. It's not something that you get from other people. It's not something you get from your coffee in the morning, although it might help. Fan of coffee here, not going to lie. It's not something that you can outsource, because ultimately the truest source of your energy is within you. Now, that might be a little bit scary, but ultimately I hope that it's empowering, because that means that you can change it and you can shift it and you can make success and making more money feel pleasurable, playful, delightful, like a playground that you get to play inside of, instead of this heavy hustle, push, force feeling when you haven't protected your energy and when you haven't felt as though your energy is just such a precious resource. And that when you nourish it and nurture it, that's when everything in the garden of your business and of creating more wealth and abundance blossoms, because that's what you're here to do. You are meant to blossom like a totally fertile, overflowing garden, because that is the truth of your being. That is the truth of who and what you truly are. So if you want support in stepping into that 8-figure empowered CEO mindset, I am here to support you every single step of the way. Whether that's here listening to the podcast, listening to my videos, whether that is here and, connecting with one of my programs, rewiring your nervous system, shifting your relationship with money, or in getting mentorship and building your business in a way that feels freaking good so that your life feels freaking good. I got your back.